Well, no, I can hear you, but I can't hear you.
Yeah, right.
It's your captain speaking.
Show on location.
Yeah, location, backyard. Look at the washer. I got a washer behind me. Oh, you do too.
Yeah.
And you got a washer and a dryer.
Yep. I'm moving on up. Hey, if you ever need to dry your clothes, let me know, bitch.
Hello.
Hello.
We are two wild and crazy guys.
We don't know maths.
So are you hearing us through each other's mic?
Yeah,
Awesome.
Let's see if we can turn canceling down a little more.
that'll happen.
Or turn the noise canceling up. Yeah.
Turn my headphones up.
Turn them up.
Turn them
I think-
shits.
I think mine's already all the way up. Nothing can stop it.
All the way up.
Exactly.
You see, I can hear Dave on both mics, but I can only hear you on your mic.
Okay.
So you're only hearing me on mine.
Right, yours is coming through correctly, but I hear Dave on both mics.
Oh, I got noise canceling high.
So then mine noise canceling needs to go up then.
Yeah, Dave, yours is fine.
Okay.
Oh, it says it's already high.
Well,
I'm already high.
Huh.
so Monday I have to do orientation from right here.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's cool. Oh
Not
yeah,
really.
I definitely hear myself.
It's kind of not cool though, because it's like I've been looking forward to not being here for like a month.
Yeah.
Like first day of work, they're like, "Hey, do you have Skype at home?"
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
No, you make me come into work, damn it.
I refuse.
I refuse. They're like, "No, it only works in Las Vegas." What the fuck?
Yeah.
Let me see. Is there another audio settings like in the computer, not on?
Oh,
you sound fine
okay.
now. Everything sounds good now.
Okay. I might just have to not be loud.
Yeah. I also think me hearing is the fact that I can hear you talk. So
yeah,
then
this is a feedback loop. Like you both sound fine.
Okay. Cool.
This is like the first outdoor. Well, that's not true. We've done shit outdoors before.
Yeah, but I don't think we've had like good video.
An outdoor setup. Let's see.
I'm texting Mitch.
Who?
Michael Orr.
Ah. Come to back. We are doing the podcast. You will come through.
Hey, Robin, you want a beer?
Yes, I do.
I also would like a beer.
Sending one down on the your left.
Hey!
Rolled it down the table.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not shaken up at all.
No, it's stirred.
Beat me to it. Well, happy the birthday.
Hey, thanks. Oh yeah, Alex texted me this morning before I had a chance to send him my asshole text. So I was like, damn it.
Beat you to the punch.
He did. So I was like, well, I'm not gonna say anything then.
Yeah, it's harder to if you got the first shot in.
Good
X, like it would be good, but
right.
Yeah. You should not return evil for good.
Yeah.
But ain't my birthday. He didn't say shit to me, so I'm
really.
Yeah, I'm observing his birthday the same way he asked me to.
Fair.
Yeah, I sent him a text, like 3 hours ago or 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm sure he's doing something.
Maybe. Who knows? Like that guy.
Nobody knows.
Too busy to. I mean, it was like 2 weeks. Let's see, when was the last time? Because I asked a question in the F1 group chat, one of many I'm a member of.
Right.
I asked What day is this? Oh, it was Sunday last. So Sunday, I asked at 7:42 a.m. after Julio and I had been talking about the race.
Uh-huh.
As you can see here, talking about it. I just asked, does Alex still watch F1? And then Julio says, I don't know, maybe not. Because you'd think this would be the season that he'd be all over the place.
And why would that be, Jake? As a guy, that's a question from a guy that doesn't know anything about F1.
Well, his favorite guy is dominant right now.
Max is smacking kids.
Max
Verstappen. Yeah, he is.
Yes.
He's so far ahead. Let me find the thing I saw earlier today, and I'll tell you exactly.
Did you watch that video I sent you where he was like 24 seconds ahead and wanted to get that one more point?
Yeah, I watched the race.
Well, I know, but like the guy explaining it was interesting.
Oh, I may not have seen that. No.
Oh, it was TikTok. It's funny how our TikToks go because like we send each other like in
20s at a time.
Yeah, yeah. But like I always watch them all because it's like a curated section of stuff not on my For You page or on my For You page. So it's like
here's stuff Jake thought you would like.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm okay with that.
So if Lewis Hamilton wins the next 13 races, 4 sprint races, and gets 13 fastest laps, then Verstappen needs to finish second in 12 races and 8th in 1 race to cling on to his title hopes.
Yeah.
So that's basically where we're at. The other guy has to win every race from here on out, and Max could get second in every race and 8th in another and still win. Yeah.
And
at any point, if he wins one of those races,
it changes that whole thing.
Yeah, it's 88 now at the gate. It's probably over.
Right. He's probably getting close.
It's one of those deals where he's like, it's not mathematically clinched, but due to the reliability of the car and the driver at the same time, like it's over. Yeah. Like the Red Bull doesn't break down and Max Verstappen doesn't crash.
I was just moving to see if I'm still hearing myself through Dave. It's like I can.
Oh, yeah, that's worse.
Yeah, that's worse.
Hearing myself through.
Hold on, it could be. Hear myself. I can't even say it. My voice is fucking it up. I'm gonna try switching my headphones to that where I normally have it.
That's a really tough
part of the problem.
That's a really tough thing to do is talk on a microphone when you have your own feedback coming through in your ears.
Weren't they doing that for a while? There was this app that you could do, and it was a feedback app where you were talking, but it repeated you back to yourself like a second behind.
It's a thing that helps people with stutters.
Oh. Okay.
What is this? Because I'm suddenly interested.
It was this thing. People, I don't remember it all, but it was a app or something like that. People would put headphones in. This is back in the days of wired headphones. Like earbuds weren't really like wireless earbuds weren't a thing yet.
That's still in it.
And they would plug it into their phone, and then they would talk. And as they spoke into their phone, it would feed back what they were saying a second behind them into their own ears.
So it would stop their brain from doing exactly what. Yeah, it's giving you the external input that your brain is trying to do itself. Mm-hmm. That's really interesting.
But I think for people that don't have an issue, it was messing up their speed. Kind of like how if you don't need Adderall and you take Adderall, it does something different.
It's the same as like me getting messed up because I can hear myself repeating it. Like it's fucking with my head.
That's the impetus of this, dude. Yeah.
I'm not impotent. All right.
I'm not impotent. I just jerk off too much.
Too much.
Fuck you, son.
Yeah, I found out I had ADHD the hard way when I asked one of the girls in my class to let me buy some Adderall from her so I could, get hyper focused, and it just made me normal.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck. That's wasting $30. It's like instead of going to the doctor, I just, did neighborhood drugs.
Grayson's been doing the old Godox. He's been doing the white trash medication where he takes a drink of energy drink at bedtime, and that calms him down so he can sleep. It works.
Yep. It's the same reason why like I'll drink coffee all fucking day long. You guys have been around me at 6 o'clock in the evening. What's Jake doing? Oh, he's having a cup of coffee. Why? Because I like coffee, motherfucker.
Yeah, he drinks coffee.
My whole family's been like that too. Back to my grandma. When I was a little kid, I didn't understand it, but it would be like midnight or something, or grandma can't sleep, so she gets up and she goes in the kitchen. She makes herself a cup of coffee, and it was always like, to me, as a little kid, coffee was awake juice.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like
to most of the population, it's awake juice.
Yeah, like this is what mommy and daddy drink so that they don't yell at me. Not really, but
really.
But really. But then as my parents both got older, they both started doing it more and more, drinking coffee later at night, later in the evening. And I've caught myself from time to time having a cup of coffee at 10 o'clock at night.
It's like, you know what sounds good right now? Cup of coffee.
Mm-hmm. I was going to say cocaine, but.
I mean, same principle.
Hey, Dave, see if you can turn down the microphone volume and see if that stops picking me up. Because I turned mine down. I looked at it. So mine has a microphone volume. Like I can turn it separately down, but mine's already canceling you out, so it doesn't matter.
Oh no, I just have.
Well, no, I mean on the that thing. Your
settings.
Computer. Also, there's like all these leaves in this fucking tree and one hole, and it's right fucking here in my face. Yeah, exactly.
Like holes in your face.
Yeah.
You got
holes
every
in
once
your
in a while.
face is the name of the pre-show.
Microphone.
So
I
hey,
thought coming through Dave was gonna be good.
I mean, that's a pretty good one still. Let's start in like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Let's go over our topics real quick. What do you have, Jake? Because I know you said you had some things.
Hey, let's test this. I just turned my microphone settings to 1.
Okay, can I hear myself? Yeah, a little bit, but it's not.
It's not as bad as it's been.
Go back to however you want, Dave. It's fine.
I'll try it at 0. How about that?
Can you hear yourself?
Yeah, I can hear me. I can't hear myself.
Like, hold on. Yeah, I mean, I picked myself up a little bit, but it's fine.
It sounds better than it's been.
Yeah.
Well, I've got through Secret Invasion episode 2. We talk about up through that. I can talk about the final voyages of the starship getting a job.
All right.
Let's see what else. What happened? Oh, we talked about Dame. I'm still mad, I guess.
Yeah.
And then when did I say I had stuff to talk about? Because
you
yesterday.
Said, hold on, I'll find it.
My rage comes and goes.
Your rage is a fuckboy.
No. Huh. Maybe it was in the group or something. I don't see it. Because I feel like you said something like, piss and vinegar or something.
Oh yeah. Oh, I was looking
Salt
at non-sports Gumble. Let me look over in Robin talks to me, and Dave is also CC Dave.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, it was in there. Yeah.
That's the name of the text. CC Dave.
Yeah, this is me saying, what did Dave say? What did Dave say?
I almost said, I've heard it either way.
Heard it both ways. Let me know what Dave says. We can roll a 2-man booth. I got enough piss and vinegar in me lately. Oh, I was just saying in general, I could carry a 2-man show.
That's
yeah. Fair. I got a break last week, so I'm.
Well, I got thoughts on Dame. And Secret Invasion. Secret Invasion is good so far.
Yeah. I did have something. Oh yeah. Stars on Mars. I want to talk about that.
Oh, I want to watch that. It looks funny.
I do. I have a list of just a couple of my favorite quotes so far from Secret Invasion 2. And also
2.
I'm Nick Fury.
All right, man.
Are you ready for a good ass show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A good ass show. Cool. All right, here we are. We're back again. It's another edition. It's an outdoor variety edition, in fact. You might notice that two of us are sitting outside. One of us is not, but I still got my Sunny Jays with me so I can look cool and fit in. But it's the high holiday, one of the high holidays of the My Show calendar. Yes, it's true. It is the, let's see, how do I put this? He has successfully circumnavigated the sun on the earth another time. That's right, it's his birthday. It's Robin.
So usually I do the bringing it back around things, but you did it that time.
I wanted to circumnavigate.
Yeah, circumcision.
This is Nate.
Yeah, anyway, hey, happy birthday to me. It is my birthday. And it's only my birthday because I'm the only one on the show that has a birthday today. Oops.
It used to be an even higher holiday here.
Yeah, there used to be a couple of us. One of us even had an anniversary.
Used to. Might still. I don't know.
I don't know. Like I said before, I wasn't invited to the wedding, but I hope to be there for the divorce. Anyway, Jake introduced me. That brings me to that next guy. The third guy, sometimes the fourth guy, is Dave.
You goddamn right it is.
Hey.
Anyway, so in the theme of birthdays, there's a lot of ladies out there that only give blowjobs on birthdays, and I just want you to say, if you're gonna give a
what's it like being single?
Yeah, all right. If you're gonna give a blowjob, just make like a 18th century French playwright in honor de Balzac. All right, make sure you do that.
De Balzac.
And don't worry, ladies, I got you too. Guys, just find the clit. It's not that hard.
It's really not.
It's really
you
easy.
You run into it on your way to the vagina.
Right? And sometimes you got to dig for it. But it's in the same location most of the time.
Most of the time, generally at the front.
Yeah, like it's there.
It's
so
like
guys,
batteries at the checkout at Walmart.
Yeah.
Batting third, digging in, Mike Hunt.
Right? But anyways, that's my spiel for the day. Oral.
You just gave an oral presentation on oral
presentation. And speaking of oral presentations,
ladies,
the man with the mouth, the hoop snake himself, it's Jake.
It's me. It's one take Jake back in the saddle again. It's me. It's JBT. Mr. Thursday Night. Whatever you got.
Son of a bitch. Whatever you want to call him.
The son of a bitch does it all the time.
Son of a bitch does it all the time.
He's fucking smashed, man.
Fucking smashed, man.
Go Ducks.
But yeah.
Go Ducks.
Go Ducks. Here we are. It's good shit.
God damn it.
That's right. You're wanting to talk about bad shit already, I can tell.
I'm so like the whole Dame thing pisses me off. Like I know he told us what he was gonna do. And he had the best intentions. He gave the organization every chance. But they refuse to fucking figure it out.
They refuse.
Fucking figure it out. That's what I said.
I mean, it literally starts with Jody Allen. Get her the fuck out of there. Please leave. Please. I've said please twice.
I don't know. Yeah, that's two more times than he usually does. I don't know how somehow the Seahawks have managed to scrape together. Maybe it has to do with the fact
that John reading Michael Scott's book.
Yeah, somehow they managed. Maybe John Schneider is a lot stronger than we here in Seattle give him credit for, but apparently John and Pete have been able to keep this whole like the culture of Seahawkdom.
Pete. Yeah.
I'm really not looking forward to the days when the Seahawks move on from 80-year-old Pete Carroll.
Right.
It's
when he finally decides to retire.
He's like an in-shape Joe Paterno.
Oh, we'll talk more about old people who look absurd. Yeah, it's like if he can chew gum and you can run, that's Pete Carroll. If he can't chew gum and he touches little boys, that's Joe Paterno.
Oh. He's not wrong there, folks.
No, not even close.
He's not wrong.
Oh my god! But yeah, I feel for Dame.
I do too.
And like the thing he posted the other day about the fans being pissy about him leaving or whatever, like. I don't think those are real Blazer fans because real Blazer fans, like we fucking see what's going on. And it's Jody Allen needs to get the fuck out of there.
Those are the chick that sometimes goes to a sports bar and says she likes sports so that guys like her.
Right.
It's a lot. I mean, a lot on Reddit is Reddit and Twitter and Instagram. It's always
my Reddit. We gotta blur it.
Yeah, same. Like I tried to get on Reddit the other day, and it's just like blur. Like, all right, well,
I opened it. I was looking for this. Okay, side story. River has this tank top, which is now in the trash, but somehow it was one of those T-back ones. The T part got twisted, and I spent 45 minutes trying to untwist it. And so I was like, how? And I was looking on Reddit, and I opened Reddit, and I was like, cover that.
NSFW mode.
Yeah.
Check your mic, Robin. You're feeding back again.
That's because I moved over.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I'm in line with his, but I was trying to get out the sun.
Dude, my Reddit is filthy, by the way. I'm just saying, like,
Pack Island Girls Gone Wild?
Dear Tay. Joe Dear Tay is what's going on my Reddit.
I'm surprised I didn't catch Dave with that with that dog whistle right there. My deer whistle, whichever.
He might have been hiding it.
He might have. It's the sunglasses. He can hide the I've been found out look. Oh, someone sees me.
But back to Dame. Like the heat. What?
Oh, back to what I was saying before Dave jumped in. What Instagram and Twitter and all this is this really just the 5% on the outsides of both sides of everything and just yelling at each other, and then the middle 90% of rational people are like, God, I hate my fan base. Because I've spent the last 3 days on Oregon Twitter just kind of like realizing, God, everybody on Twitter is fucking dumb. And this is a side story in the side story. I realized that there is a whole group of people within the Oregon and Washington rivalry on both sides of the rivalry. We're all the same person. Like, we all just make jokes. We all hate that other school. But if you make a joke that's good enough to make me laugh about my school, I'm going to go, all right, yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. But you have to be able to take it, too.
That's what she said.
Yeah, not to me. But there's a lot of people that can make the jokes about other people's colleges, but they'll get all butthurt. Oregon State fans.
I was just going to say.
When you say anything about their school. And, like, it's funny that I've found there are a couple fuskies on Twitter that I actually don't hate. Like, one of them said something, and I said something smart ass, and his response was, "Can you read?" And my response was, "No." And his response was, "Same." And so I'm like, all right, this guy's cool. Like, I'll slip him a follow because we're on the team of comedy here. And then I realized that there is Oregon versus Washington shit posting Twitter. But it's so closely adjacent to Oregon versus Washington Twitter, the shit posting Twitter gets thrown into actual Twitter, and then it gets responded to by regular Twitter, and then we all laugh. High five. And then everybody's like, oh my God, here we go again.
That's awesome. Mm-hmm. Excuse me.
But Dame.
So, okay. Portland wants value for Dame, which is fair. But Miami's like, you could have Tyler Hero. And we're like, 120 million over 4 years? No.
How about Tyler? Hell no.
For another shooter? I think we're covered.
Dave's like, Tyler Hero, more like Tyler Goodbye.
Tyler Aloha.
Tyler Aloha is the name
of the episode.
I like it. Man, if he ends up on Portland, I might try to get a jersey that says Aloha with his number.
You should say Aroha.
I'm not Asian. Dave can get that one.
I'll wear that.
Dave can get one that says Aroha.
I'll wear it, get yelled at, and then I'll yell at people for judging me from my skin color.
Like, you don't get to pick which one I am today.
Yeah, only I get to do that.
That's awesome. Dave's like, I identify as a Trans-Pacific Islander.
Trans-Pacific Islander.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh,
I kind of want to write Trans-Pacific Islander. It's also a great shirt. I'm just gonna write it down.
Just write it down for later. So we may need that later.
Actually, yeah, that'd be a great shirt. A picture with the all the islands of the Philippines, and it just says Trans-Pacific Islander, because there's always that debate back and forth. Like, we're Asians, all right?
Yep.
Filipinos are Asians.
Yeah.
But we're also a bunch of islands in the Pacific Ocean, you know. But it's funny. That would that's hilarious. Trans-Pacific Islander.
Dave's over here taking this to another level.
I'm so good.
I'm about that life.
It's like we were playing Call of Duty last night, and Dave got killed, and this other team picks him up. And what was that guy? He said something about sleeping with men.
Yeah. So they pick me up, and I jump in they're like, get in the car. So I get in the car, and they're like, you ever slept with a man? And I just pause for like 2 seconds, and I'm like, yeah, like a few times. Like, real calmly. And they're just like, I was like, that's kind of happens when you sleep with dudes. And they didn't say anything for like 15-20 seconds. And then they're just like, well, I was like, haha, fucker, you can't out awkward me. All right.
Dude, that's the one thing. Like when I used to hang out with, he's now red pilled, but we used to hang out a lot, and we'd get on chat, and you know, the classic shit you'd hear, get on chat, and this guy being as big of a loudmouth as me. Now that's some credit there.
That's a level, yeah.
He's like, yeah, what's the big deal about that? So what? I'm gay. And then it's just the awkward silence of, oh fuck, oh no, I'm actually being hateful right now.
Right.
And then we just never let him off the hook for the duration of the game. We just never.
I had one guy one time try to out-gay me on Call of Duty, and
you're like, dude, I was in the Navy, the actual Navy.
Well, and that's what I said to him yesterday.
Yeah. Well, he said something like, I said something about, yeah, I like dudes. And he was just like, oh, yeah, me too. Like, I love, so, you know, blah, 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 saying a bunch of shit. And I was like, oh, shit, really? He's like, yeah. I'm like, yo, what's your Instagram? I'm like, you're in Oregon? Let me hit you up sometime, dude.
Up.
And then that's when he ended. I'm like, boom. He's like, fucking winner.
Mic drop.
Winner of gay chicken.
Yeah, I will have a dick all the way in my mouth before I quit.
You're like, I'm still not gay.
I win, motherfucker!
Oh, that's awesome.
Gotcha, bitch.
Don't play gay chicken with me.
Like wiping your face. You're like, gotcha, bitch.
Yeah. Now I'm blind in one eye. They're gonna call me old Patchy.
Oh my god.
Do
you think that's where they got the term Apache from?
Yeah, sure. Totally.
I feel like it's a group of people that are warriors, but you know, whatever.
However, yeah.
It might have something to do with it. I was playing baseball the other day,
Yeah.
and this dude, his gamer tag was call and then a phone number.
Oh, told me about this.
Yeah, so I'm playing this guy. I'm playing him, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna beat this motherfucker. Now I'm gonna send him a text. And I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna send him a text. 6'2", I'm gonna send him a fucking text. So I just sent him just real simple, just throw the line out there, just zzz, GG. And then my phone rings. I'm like, ho, ho, ho. I mean, I get it. You did say call, and I texted, and so you are coming back to me in the purveyance and the method in which you dictated. Fine. Hello, 2 Kings. He's like, hey, were you just the Mariners? He's like, yeah. He's like, good shit, man. I'm like, yeah, you too, man. Have a good day. He's like, all right, man. Have an awesome day. Click. And I'm like,
that's funny.
All right. It took me all the way back to like the original days of getting on the internet.
Right.
When they're like, we were like making friends with people when you were 15 and then meeting them 10 years later.
I know there was a trend for a while where a lot of those Twitch streamer chicks were doing that, like their phone numbers.
Doing people.
Yeah. They were snagging OnlyFans models for their Twitch stream.
See, that's the thing now. Like they put their OnlyFans links on their fucking gamer tags and all that shit. I've seen that.
I'm just saying, if you get on your phone and you type in their OnlyFans name and then go to OnlyFans leaks, like you're gonna find something.
Or Coomer.party.
Yeah.
You guys go ahead and write that down.
Go ahead and write that down for science and
we're at 29:28 now, so
you might need to remember that.
Yeah, just go ahead and remember that. Computer.
There's a snake in my boots.
Look at that. Sauteed mushrooms, onions, green peppers.
I got some taco meat in there.
You need some more beer?
You want to taco about it?
On your left.
Coming in hot. All right. Shoot my shot. Coming in hot. That Jack guy, he's in everything.
Jack Harlow.
Oh, yeah. All right. Anyway, where were we talking?
Where were we? We're like 15.
We're
like
Trans-Pacific Islanders.
That's about where we left off, yeah?
So, yeah, we got dinner. This is dinner time.
Big old fat boigas.
I'm gonna try to have a bite of this. Oh my god, it's
take
so
a
big.
bite on the podcast.
Jake, tell me what you've heard about Secret Invasion or what you liked about it. Tell me about it.
All right, so this is the Ric Flair cast. Robin is going to be doing the role of Ric Flair here, eating on the podcast. So Rick, tell me what it's like working with those starving kids in Africa.
Welcome.
That surprisingly accurate. I swear I've
never
told
seen
you
the
about
show. Knows exactly how he reacts.
Have I told you about that? About when they were actually doing an interview with Ric Flair like on his podcast, and they're talking about like hungry kids in India, and he's eating like during the podcast. He's like, you can hear his fork, and I was like, yeah, what's really sad about those kids
eating a steak? Talking about hungry kids in India.
Right.
Exactly. I bet you wouldn't be so hungry if you ate some cows from time to time.
Yeah, if they just ate the rats, I mean, they could probably feed a bunch of people. But hey, who am I?
Right.
Anyway, Secret Invasion 2. I'm 2 episodes into it. I liked how in episode 2 they just decided that they were going to start blowing shit up.
Yeah.
And they were going to do that for like 20, 30 minutes, which was cool. Like I'm confused as to why this is like the lowest viewed.
Because nobody knows about it. They didn't advertise it for shit.
And Secret Wars is really like a side story thing.
Well, Secret Wars is going to be a movie.
Did I say Secret Wars? I'm Secret Invasions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Secret Invasion is a precursor to like a major, like the next major thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, we're gonna have to figure out how to recast a bunch of people because apparently we're not gonna have Captain Marvel coming back.
Wait, what?
I had seen maybe I missaw or just got by clickbait that they were recasting the role of Captain Marvel. Look that up.
They got a movie coming out this year.
Kate and no. Weird. I don't know. Oh, that's what happened. Marvel officially recasts Captain Marvel actress. It's just an actress on Captain Marvel.
Okay.
They're pulling a Maggie Gyllenhaal is what they're doing.
So the dude who plays Quicksilver in Ultron, he was also Ralph Boner, I think was his name in WandaVision.
WandaVision, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But he was also Kick-Ass. And now he's the guy playing
Raven.
Mm-hmm.
Like, talk about a glow up for a dude. All right.
Yeah. Like, I didn't recognize him.
Yeah. Well, in Bullet Train too, with Brad Pitt.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's in there, and dude, like, come on, like,
he's a good actor.
He's a good looking dude.
He's a fucking chameleon though.
Right? Who's not a good looking dude, but is like in my top 5 of current actors right now is Adam Driver. No. I
knew about Adam Driver.
Yeah, you knew I've got a man crush, a hetero man crush on Adam Driver.
Yeah.
It's like I hated him in Star Wars. Like I want to go back and watch Star Wars again.
Did you really?
I did. I didn't like him. I thought that he was
I expected him to be douchey, so I don't know.
And I came in with 0 expectations except that there was going to be a new guy. And I'm like, I don't like this guy. He feels like a cheap ripoff to me. And then like I don't know, Adam Driver he didn't quite do it in the role, in my opinion. And then I watched Black Klansman, and when I saw that, I was like, holy shit, this guy's a great actor. So like I want to go back.
He's a good fucking actor.
What show is that where he's like, I just had sex and I'm about to eat nachos?
I don't know.
Yeah, there's
way to live your life though,
right?
There's a clip where I don't know. I think it's like Girls. I think it's called.
Oh yeah,
and he's in that show. Yeah, HBO show, and he's just like, I just had sex and I'm about to eat nachos. And I was like, yeah, dude, get it.
One life.
Yeah, I was like, all right, man. This sounds like 2 wins back to back.
Speaking of back to back, big reveal at the end of episode 2. That's as far as I've gotten. Not only is Nick Fury married, he's married to a Skrull.
But he knew she was a Skrull.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
You don't find out till episode 3, like early though, like real early.
All right.
Like you clearly know though from the start of episode 3 that he knew. But yeah, like I was like, wait, hold up. Oh,
hold up. Right. Wait a minute. Just
wait till the thing that happens at the end of episode 3.
I think I've watched enough shows that have twists that when they showed her, I was like, oh, Nick Fury, like before he even walked in, I was like, oh, he's married. Like that's his wife. This isn't some random Skrull that makes her face look like a black
random
woman.
Skrull hookup.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh, he's married. I'm like, that's cool.
I thought I told you to be gone.
Well, and that's funny because like Robin and I, as soon as I started watching it, and I was like, I think I've watched enough spy movies that there's a lot of things like
a lot of tropes.
Like Ross not actually being Ross. I was like, that's not Ross. There's no way that that's actually Ross. And he like, there's gonna be a setup here, and then it just seemed like everything that kept happening, I was just like, oh yeah, okay.
It's like when I watch a wrestling match, I'm like, he's gonna kick out.
Yeah, when Talos is chasing Gaia in the tunnel, and he catches up to her, I'm like, oh wait, that's his daughter. And then she turns around and they're like, I was like, okay, I've seen enough of these shows. I'm not disappointed by any, at all. I'm just saying I've seen enough of these that a lot of these things are coming up and I'm like, okay, this is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen.
You can still enjoy the journey even if you see the road.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely.
That's a good way of putting it too.
Yep. First episode though, my line from that episode is when Nick Fury says, how do you think we kept the Cold War from getting hot? Because of spooks like me.
When he said that, I was like,
then it took me just a second because then it didn't click in my brain till Hill says, you can't say that. And he says, no, you can't say that.
Yeah.
I stopped it. I stopped the show because I was laughing. I was like, oh, that is hilarious.
Oh.
Okay,
that was one of those laps where I had to sit because I was like laying down watching bed and I was like, oh my god.
It's like you said, it's being so well versed in spy and FBI and espionage and counter espionage. Like you hear these terms and you like, and spook was a term for an FBI guy that dates back to the whatever days, and then here's a black man saying it, and he's definitely using it as a turn of phrase.
Yeah, he's using it in both ways. It's so good.
He's heard it both ways.
Oh, it's classic. But yeah, that show, I'm a big fan. Big fan. Ding. Yeah, I gotta write that down. 850. 850 the second recording, which is gonna be tough.
2350.
I'm enjoying it because it's that aging spy movie, right? Incorporated with Marvel, which those are two things that I really enjoy watching. And they've put them, it's all in one. And I get to watch something like the Bourne Identity meets Marvel kind of things.
Yeah.
But this reminds me in a way of, there was a Batman comic that came out. It was written by Snyder, I want to say. And it's The Return of the Dark Knight. It's obviously a sequel. But it's when Batman's an old man now, and he has to go and try to fight crime, and it's he's got to go and stop this thing one last time, and the whole thing is like, I used to be Batman, but I don't know if I'm still Batman.
Right? Like fights a guy, then bends over and rubs the knee.
I don't know why that made me think of Mitch Hedberg. He's like, I used to do drugs. I still do drugs, but I used to do too.
I hit that one the other day. I said to somebody I was like, yeah, man, I don't drink a lot anymore, but I don't drink a lot any less. Go Ducks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Walnut just dropped.
Walnut. Put it on the wall. Kobe.
Oh, Kobe.
I didn't hit a mountain.
I did that. So I was flying a helicopter in Call of Duty the other day, and I was like, how mad would you guys be if I just flew out of the map? They're like, hey, that's not funny. And I was like,
it is funny.
It's a little funny.
It's kind of funny.
Like,
it's funny if you're the one doing it.
My shit, but it would be funny.
Like, hey guys, what would happen if?
Right. So Jake, I heard you get a new job.
Oh yeah, I did get a new job. The final.
Where's this new job?
It was a new job. I'm going to be starting on Monday. Well, it's here. It's right here in my living room is where my first day of work will be.
Wait, so will you work from home a lot?
No, this is just this one day. I am a warehouse supervisor for the Seattle branch and soon to be. Oh, both you guys heard something.
Well, I see my dad like storming, and I hear Grayson crying, running away. So that's good. Anyway,
so we're eavesdropping. Got it. So yeah, I'm going to be the warehouse supervisor for Reborn Cabinets. They are the cabinet shop that when you go into Costco and they're like, hey, do you want a new set of cabinets custom for your place?
Seen them.
That's me. So
that's cool.
Yeah, with Costco being based out of Washington, it's kind of weird that they're just now getting a warehouse up here.
Brand.
Yeah.
Weird.
But so I'm going to be in charge of that warehouse.
I can't believe I never put that together. Like I knew there was a Kirkland, Washington. Didn't realize there were based out of fucking Washington.
Yep.
Don't worry, I didn't put that together until I lived in Washington. So
I didn't. There's a lot of businesses that started here that I didn't realize, like Red Robin. Didn't know that started up here.
Robin.
Yum.
I knew that one, but we talked about it a couple weeks ago, so I've only known it for like a short amount of time.
Ivar's Fish and Chips. That's up here too.
My favorite one was there's this tactical company called S-Tac. They make these magazine pouches for belts and vests, and I've always liked them. I hadn't ordered one, and one day I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna order a bunch of them for my belt and my vest. And I get online and I'm like, and it says pick up in store. I'm like, oh, where is this store? And I click the down scroll to pick up in store, and it's like 30 minutes from my house.
Oh,
I was like, oh
shit. Okay, I will drive there and check out this store of theirs. You know, it's things like that.
When you said magazine pouch, I thought to back when I had my first Playboy and I hid it under my bed, and I was like, that's my magazine pouch.
With a crusty old tube sock.
Even the flip flops I'm wearing right now. There's a company called
No,
mine are Nike.
Mine are they're called Combat Flip Flops. It's just a veteran-owned company, two guys from Afghanistan that worked in Afghanistan for a long time. And I found out they're from Washington, so I drove to their headquarters just to be like, hey, can I just poke my head around? Like,
yes, my friend. Thank you for coming.
like I just walked in. It turns out they don't have anything. All they have is their headquarters offices. And I was like, oh, I don't want to see paperwork.
This is what you learn about corporate offices. You go there. Nothing exciting is happening. This is
nothing. Because all of their warehouses and they're everywhere else, but all the flip flops get made in Afghanistan.
Makes sense.
Their whole
thing is
they
went there on fucking
deployment.
Yeah, deployment, and
they're like, hey, let's go scout a location for a warehouse.
Right. Well, so the cool thing
ordnance over there. We need that area for a warehouse.
cool thing about this company is after these guys got out of the army, they went back there and they employ Afghan women and then send them to school while they're working, which cool. Especially right now is a hot topic thing over in Afghanistan.
Fucking people off.
Yeah. So how's the security around this building?
Right.
Oh, these guys were security experts.
Well, they know that they're American, so they probably don't want to fuck with it too much.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But yeah, so they make these flip flops over in Afghanistan. They employ a lot of women, and then they send them to school. And I'm like, that's a cause I can give some money for. Like, hell yeah, I'm about that.
Animation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Afghanistan animation.
It's Afghanistan animation.
Johnny Chimpo. All of a sudden, we're gonna see an influx of Johnny Chimpo cartoons.
That's awesome. I love it.
But yeah, so not only will I be in charge of the Seattle warehouse as time progresses and once it gets established and built, I will also be in charge of the Portland warehouse.
Oh.
So there will be days
Mr.
where
Warehouse.
Mr. Warehouse guy over here, I'm going to be driving back and forth occasionally from Seattle to Portland, and at the beginning they're going to be comping me mileage, and later on down the road there's been talk of giving me a company car. So
hey,
that would be pretty cool.
Solve a few problems.
Also, when you said Mr. Warehouse, I was like, what? At full moons he starts stuffing himself with stuff?
No, Dave. That's on my OnlyFans.
He's like, oh, I gotta store this for later.
That there is a meme that I like. It's really funny. It's a picture of a house, a full moon, and then a warehouse.
Oh, that's so good. I like it.
But yeah, so I'm pretty excited about that. And also once you finally accept a position, you get to act a little cocky with the people who didn't offer you a position, which is always fun.
That's fair.
I didn't go. Pretty much everyone I dealt with this time was they seemed to be working in good faith. So I didn't really have anybody that I had to rake.
I mean, there were some people that were dumb.
Yeah, and they pretty much got smacked upside the head, and we moved on. Oh yeah, they just reposted that job, the tire job. Yeah, they just decided not to call anybody back and just repost that job.
That's fair.
Yeah. I was like, I didn't want to talk to you anyway. Like,
right,
we're good. But like, you get some of these responses back, and they kind of warrant a response, but at the same time, like, whatever, who cares? Yeah. So the one I had interviewed to work for a sauna place, and one of the questions they asked me, they said, well, how familiar are you with saunas and cold dunk tanks? I'm like, I'm familiar with the concept of cold dunking, familiar with the items, and I've used a sauna several times, and I know everything there is to know about a sauna. And she said, oh, well, that's all you really need to know around here. That's fantastic.
One of them's cold and one of them's hot.
Yeah. So it says, hi, thanks for taking time to speak with me. I'm sorry to say that we won't be continuing forward with you in the interview process. Okay, like I'm already on board with hating soft talk. We're not selecting you.
Yeah, just say it.
This is due, and also if you're gonna give me a this is due, don't make it this. This is due to another candidate having a little more relevant experience with the product. Thank you so much for your time and consideration.
Okay. It's odd.
Yeah, like, why? Why say that? Why tell somebody that? Like that does nothing for me. Like,
honestly, that's already kind of a given, isn't it?
Exactly.
Like, I go to interview for a job, and another guy comes to interview for a job, and they don't hire me, but they hire him. He clearly already has more
something I don't.
Yeah. Something. Yeah. He's fucking the owner's daughter or something like that. Like, I don't care what the reason is. He's better than me in your eyes, and we're good.
In one way or another, you put me on the scale, you put them on the scale, and it went, and okay, we're gonna hire this guy. I don't care. Right. I really don't care. But like, what I do care about is that it took you 3 weeks to tell me this. Like, this whole
seems excessive.
The whole hiring process up here, it takes a full month to get anything done.
Well, that's just jobs in general. Like the HR department, it literally takes them a month to do anything.
And so the other one I had interviewed to work with a weed distillery that turns cannabis into oil, and so they interviewed. They said, you'll hear back from us not this week but next week about the next stage in the process. We'll let you know one way or the other. And she like gave me a date, like the week of my birthday, like this is when it's going down.
Yeah.
It was like, Hello, we filled the inventory specialist position, but just opened a warehouse associate position if you are interested. No, I'm not interested, because what you just said is we don't have, like, we can't fill you in here at the $22 an hour job that you were interviewing for, that you're already underpaid for, but we're going to put you in at a warehouse associate role, which is like a $18 an hour.
And then probably make you do the things that a warehouse
exactly, because they understand who you are, what you do. Yeah. That makes sense.
And I was like, nah, we don't, homie, don't play that shit.
Yeah. That's why when I apply for jobs, I apply for the highest one that I can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't apply for the lowest one. Even if the highest one I know I don't have the qualifications for, I'll go interview for that, because then when they offer me the lower job, cool, that's actually where I should be. So
pretty much every job up until I got into warehousing, and even a little bit in warehousing, like every job that I've gotten, I've basically been underqualified for. I've just kind of talked my way into, like, from selling Yellow Pages advertising all the way through writing newspaper articles up through running a warehouse. I pretty much just told the people who were hiring me, yeah, I can do that. Have you done it before? Nah. How do you know you can do it? I know me.
Have you met me? Yeah.
I know me. Yeah, so that's one of those. Hiring is interesting. It's weird, and
it really is. Like, I feel like I'm overqualified for everything I apply for. Still
the other issue is with these fucking HR people. And fortunately, the person who ended up actually headhunted me for this role, like, she's pretty good at what she does, but HR people are so, like, caught up in their own shit that they won't, like, if this email is written a certain way, then I could be out of a job. And not in the sense that, like, I said something rude. I wrote it in a way that automated my position.
What does that mean?
Like, HR people can write emails in a way that will render their job completely useless. And they don't like that because, for instance, like I talked about a couple of weeks ago, if I were just able to go to Indeed.com and put in my resume and application and it goes and gets sent off, that's done.
Yeah.
There isn't a person who's gatekeeping and bringing in all these applications and letting these people know, oh, no, we've only gotten like one or two people who've applied for that position. No, we haven't heard anything back yet. It's really strange. Mm-hmm. So that person can keep their job because of the way they've chosen to do things and chosen to word things.
Sounds like you're telling me I need to get into HR.
What you need to do is you need to either find a cottage industry or you need to find yourself a stop on the supply chain.
What do you mean a cottage industry?
An industry that works because another industry works. Essentially, like the businesses that build blister packs for scissors.
Okay.
Like, that company wouldn't exist if there wasn't a scissor company that needed blister packs.
Right.
So, like, cottage industries, little things like that. Like, we need hobnails to make shoes. Well, I'm a company that makes hobnails.
Hey, it's the hobgoblin.
The hobgoblin.
Yeah.
The hobcottage.
What you need to do is become head of HR, because then you could be mean to everybody. Because who are they going to send you to?
Right. Exactly.
Yourself?
It sends me back to me.
You become Toby.
Report me to HR. And then you turn around and say, hello, like, HR.
I'm the manager B. Yeah.
I had some of the best logic, and the people who I said it to didn't seem to agree. I said, I'm the exact perfect person you need in human resources. They're like, why? I said, who on this staff is more experienced with sexual harassment than me?
Dave.
Well, Dave wasn't on the staff.
Oh, that's fair.
And they didn't seem to like that too much, but I was like,
that's a good one. Man, I told a joke so good the other day, HR wants to hear it. You know, like that kind of thing.
I like that one.
I was in HR so many times that they just gave me a job.
I just took over, like, do you want to role play and switch sides, and then I'll just do it?
Can't say role play. That's like harassment.
Dave, you more than anybody should know, for something to become harassment, it has to be a pattern of behavior, which means everyone gets one free.
why Canada is leading the world in
war crimes.
War crimes.
The Geneva Suggestions.
Yeah.
Geneva Suggestions.
Geneva Suggestions might be the name of the episode. Tyler Aloha is pretty good. Geneva Suggestions is pretty funny.
Because it's never a war crime the first time. Shout out to the what is it? The Chubby Mechanic? No, the Fat Electrician. The Chubby Mechanic.
Oh my god.
I wish I wish that there was a cosmic interconnection that you could like send one message to a person.
I'm gonna send that. I'm gonna tag him in that. I'm gonna cut this and send it to him.
Yeah, like what's his name?
The Chubby Mechanic.
Oh no.
Oh, I feel like he'll love that shit.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's the same sort of thing we were talking about. That if you can joke about yourself, you're allowed to joke about other people.
Mm-hmm. That's what I do.
Oh, one last thing about this new jar that is new and unique to me. Mm-hmm. I have never, ever, thank you, worked with another Jake in my life. And now there's going to be 2 people in the warehouse, and we're both named Jake.
Can you hang out in the break room all the time so they can start nicknaming you Break Jake or Jake Break?
See, here's the deal. Here's the deal, buddy. Like, he went and had his training in Las Vegas, and I think I'm getting my training in Seattle, so I'm just going to start calling him Vegas Jake.
Vegas Jake. Okay.
All right.
Or calling him Vegas and see if that sticks on, or Johnny Vegas, or
if not Omaha.
Omaha.
You can just call him Peyton. That'd be funny.
It would be funny just to call him something completely other than his name.
Just make it up.
Just create like a really long explanation as to why you call him Jed.
Yeah. Like, all right, so here's the deal, right?
From your last job, and then not explain to him why.
Wait, do what now?
Call him a name from your last job. Like call him Work Alex. And
see, that'd be really awkward though, because everyone I worked with was Latin. I'd be like, "Come here, Luis." He'd be like, "What?"
Well, you had Work Alex.
I did have Work Alex.
And Work Alex would be funny because he'd be like, "What? Why?"
It could be Work Jake.
That reminds me of a story. A dad was he had just started a log truck driving back in the day, and he was out on a landing. And there's this Mexican guy running around, walking around, and all the guys kept saying, "Oh, just go let Pedro know. Go let Pedro know." And Dad was just like, "I don't know if this Mexican guy's name is actually Pedro or if they just call him Pedro." So Dad felt bad, and so he asked him. He's like, "See, my name's Pedro." And my dad was like, "Oh, I thought everyone was just being assholes."
Did your dad vote for him?
Yeah, vote for Pedro.
It's one of those deals. It's like, yeah, go talk to Juan over there. It's like, oh, man, is his name really Juan?
That sounds made up.
That sounds. Hey, Juan. Hey, what's going on? I'm Juan. Hey. So you never expect to meet somebody named John or Steve. And so when you do, you're like, that name's made up.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the weirdest, like one of the harder things about writing screenplays and stories and stuff is coming up with names that both sound fake and real at the same time.
Right.
Well, this is definitely a person, but it's not a real person.
And they don't sound real unless if you got a name that's really obviously made up, it doesn't sound real unless you somehow keep it around for 50 years or something.
Right.
Like Peter Parker.
Yeah. Cole Carter sounds made up.
Right?
Because he's fake.
Yeah.
Cole Carter's not real.
Yeah, but I have a cousin named Peter Parker. Exactly to your point. Like, it doesn't sound real until you meet a person actually named Peter Parker.
Yeah.
Like, oh, like where are all these Smiths and Joneses that I worked for them, motherfuckers.
Or Parks and Rec, they used Ben twice because there's a Ben
Wyatt,
and then one of the guys that dates April.
Oh yeah.
His name is Ben, and I noticed it the other day. I was like, "Wait, they used Ben twice. That's unusual for a show."
That is unusual.
Usually they try to use names once.
Or they make it so like outlandishly different that it's like from Newhart. This is hi, I'm Daryl. This is my brother Daryl and my other brother Daryl. It's like,
Okay, how about this?
How about this, Dave?
What do you guys think is top five male names in the United States?
Chris.
Trevin.
Neither of those are in the top 5.
Let's go with
Bill.
John and Jack should count for the same. The same name.
Bill. I'll take Bill because Robert is in
That's
there.
Bob.
Oh, that's
a
Bob.
William.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, William's number 5. So Bill, Robert, and John. Because you said what'd you say? Jack. Yeah. There's 2 more. The first one might surprise you. Henry's not there.
Ooh. Muhammad.
Nope.
It's the most common name in the world, idiot.
No, I'm saying in the U.S.
McLovin?
Oh shit! That reminds me. I'll say that. I don't know. I give up.
James is number 1.
Oh, really?
Okay. Yeah, and Michael is number 4.
Big Timmy Jim.
Mm-hmm.
You know what number 6 is though?
Dave.
Yep. I was actually surprised.
You're number 6. You're number 6.
Well, because like early in my life, I met like 5 Davids.
Yeah.
And then I haven't really I've met like 2 since.
Because they're all old and retired now.
Yeah.
Nobody from your generation is named Dave.
They're all Dave Senior.
Right?
No, now they're all like weird fucking names. It's like
Trevin
and
Moon Unit Zappa.
Braxton.
Yeah, Braxton,
Hunter,
those kind of things. Yeah,
Asher.
God, I hate it.
Yeah.
So I watched a show the other day. Speaking of McLovin, he's on it. Stars on Mars.
Oh yeah.
I recommend it. Like I watched the first episode and I liked it. You should see it. The first episode, Marshawn Lynch is in control.
Oh,
yeah. Okay, I heard this. Yeah, yep.
Yeah, it's Marshawn, Richard Sherman.
And doesn't Marshawn keep calling him McLovin because he's like, I don't care what his real name is.
Yeah,
McLovin.
Was that the one that like he goes through this whole thing of like explaining his name?
Yeah.
And then, he's like, and Marshawn calls him McLovin
immediately. Hey, McLovin, what's up? So him, Bruce Willis's daughter Tallulah is there. A couple of rappers, figure skater, and Lance Armstrong is there.
Which Ariel Winter confuses for Neil Armstrong.
Neil Armstrong. Ariel Winter's on there too from Modern Family. Word. But yeah, it's good. Like I watched the first episode and it made me laugh. And it's like you saw some old school rivalry with like Richard Sherman and Marshawn Lynch are arguing, and it's like this has been going on for 15 years. Right. These guys have just been bickering like brothers.
They just talking shit to each other forever. That's awesome.
Right.
But yeah,
handing out turkeys in the hood.
Well, and I didn't even think about this until just now, but Stanford, Cal, like they win.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah.
Right. So it goes back further.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Where'd they go to high school?
I mean, Marshawn's from Oakland.
And I think Sherman is from in that area too. He might be from Southern Cal though.
Marshawn definitely is a welcome to Oakland bitch kind of dude.
Right.
like I from all the interviews and stuff you've seen him.
Yeah, see?
Like Marshawn looks like a fun dude.
Oh my god. He looks like the most fun dude.
But he also may fuck you up. Because
Marshawn looks like the guy that you don't want to see stop smiling.
Yeah. Right.
That checks out.
You know, because everything's cool. Ha ha
ha.
Do you see the smile fade? Like when when someone spilled Stone Cold's beer.
You don't do that. What?
Don't you dare. Well, hey, you know, these people, they could have been anywhere in the world. Robin's having a birthday. Let's let him get some delicious food and some revelry. He's getting it. But you can't be drinking beers while you're talking on the radio. So, hey. But for this episode, this edition of my show with Jake. Good night, universe.
That's a podcast.
Go Ducks.
Yeah, cradle the ball, stroke the shaft.
Go Ducks.
make sure to go and check out definitelynotsellingdrugs.com.